Hi, how are y'all doing? So, I just got one trade today, because it feels like lately it's been a little bit harder. Like today just felt way slower, felt like there was less entries, and same with a couple days last week, and also, Monday this week, it felt like that kind of. But yeah, so let's get into this. We have these overnight highs here, which that's really the only place. That's just the absolute high of the overnight, and there's really not any other better swings to put it at. But my highs are here, my lows are here. We got this daily range. We have this downtrend break, couple legs down to a new low. So I'll just go over the big stuff at first. Downtrend break, couple legs down. That launches this downtrend here. We go into this range. So to me, it just looks like we have downtrend break and a couple legs down to a new low. That puts us into this range down here, which ended up getting a breakout pullback before taking off, going into this uptrend here, and then now here we are with uptrend break, first attempt higher. Looks like it's making a second attempt higher. So yeah, there's that. Now, looking at the smaller picture stuff, we come in around 8:15, 8:20ish is when I started. So it was right at the end of this range, right, or at the end of this downtrend right here. We were in this downtrend. We have a break. Now I'm expecting prices to attempt to make a new low. Now here we got this leg down. Now that could be enough because it basically made a double bottom. I'm sorry, there's an alarm going off. I gotta pause the video and go deal with it. Alright, sorry about that. There was a timer going off. Alright, so anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, anyway, downtrend break. We have this attempt down at a new low. We push lower. We hold on to the EMA there. There's obviously not a short there. It's just all you get is one leg back with a short-term trend line blocking it. You can't go short there. We go into this range at the double bottom. No way that you can enter that long or short. There's definitely no shorts in there, but you don't want to buy these either, because even though you get a breakout of the overnight low, you are still expecting another leg down for this downtrend. Also, it's choppy, and there's no room to the highs of this little range here. But we do push out. So we push out, and then we start to push back down. We hold on to the EMA. You could get a reversal pattern here, like from the downtrend playing out and then reversing back higher. And you get this uptrend break. You can expect prices to attempt at a new high, but we do have a bearish imbalance at this point in the range. And also, we're still expecting a new low for that downtrend. And so buying there is not a good idea. We go up a little bit, we push down, and we get this two legs back here off the overnight low again, off the overnight low again, pushing below the EMA. You don't want to buy there. We go up a little bit. It's really just congestive in this area. You want to stay out of basically everything here. So we finally get this next leg down. So now we have downtrend break and two clear legs down. We get these we get these corrections that don't reach the EMA. Like you can't take a short there. You can't take this short right there. But then finally we get back to the EMA, and then this entry just closes really far away with a huge bar. We push lower, and then finally we get this second entry short, first entry short, second entry short. But you can see the resistance right here. It's like you can just see it, and it's into the very low of the day. There's no way that you can go short there. And then you push lower, another correction, very shallow, then we push through the EMA. So now we have this little uptrend that we end up getting this bigger pattern on, which I'm pretty sure you could have gotten it off these lows, but it took me until these highs here. Oh, and also one thing I did want to point out was, at first I saw something kind of like this, but at the end of the day, I only consider that to be holding once, so once, twice, because it's all in the same area, and then it didn't hold a third time, so I ended up thinking it's not valid, really. To me, it just looks like downtrend break, new low, and then a reversal higher. That's really all I see. And so yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, so after we got that swing, I drew this downtrend, it ended up holding pretty well. I can't take any longs in here. We wait for a break. Now we can expect prices to make a new low, because even though this downtrend has a break and a new low, This downtrend is its own downtrend. It's really big, so you can expect prices will attempt to make a new low for it. We have this first attempt lower, so you get the break, then finally first attempt lower. There's no way that you can enter in that first attempt lower. I didn't have this range at this point. It took me a little bit more price action for me to get it, but I just see downtrend break, expecting a new low. Now, you did just make a new low overall for this bigger downtrend, and so I'm thinking we could reverse here, so if we don't get anything below the EMA, I don't want to go short. But we rush below the EMA, then we finally get this break of this short-term downtrend, and then it immediately closes back above, so I don't even want to enter short there again. But then we do push lower, it's very choppy, then we just push back above, no way that you can enter long there. And then we get this range, so highs, lows, we're in this range. We get this push up, break, second leg higher. You can already start to draw this right here, this wider uptrend channel. Holds the third time, pushes higher. Excuse me. We break out. Okay, sorry. We break out of the range here, and most breakouts fail. But you would have to, this thing could be in play here, and then it does bounce a third time. You get a break. You can expect prices to make a new high. It's also a tiny breakout pullback off the range, but that's really just one leg down, and then there's no way that you can enter that, going for a good target. Maybe there's a scalp set up there, but for me, even though it's a second entry long, that just looks like one leg down with a wick higher and then multiple bars stacked up. So I don't think that looks like a good entry, but it took me till here to get a trade. So now I was saying that breakout pullback is very small, so I'm not going to stop extending the range at that point because of it. I end up waiting for this new high. We get this new high. Now I saw that someone went short up here, which isn't bad considering the uptrend is played out. We do have a breakout of this range, but I was in the mindset of we're reversing here, so I didn't take any shorts here. But I just waited for a leg down. We got a break, got a second leg down, and then on that second leg down, we got this entry here, and then this overshot the move to the new low. So downtrend break, move to the new low. If you draw the trend lines for the move to the new low, price overshoots, which means you're likely to have a break. That gave me the confidence to buy here because the context looks good. Overall context looks good. And also it looks like we're going into this bigger uptrend here. So I was kind of looking at it as, and when I was live, I got this uptrend. So I got uptrend, break, first attempt higher. And then I was thinking of it as entering on the second attempt higher, breakout pullback off these lows, or off this range highs right here, sorry. And then the move to the new low has an overshoot. So that basically is what ended up validating it, because if it didn't have any overshoot, I wouldn't have taken it. But so yeah, it looks pretty good to me. I was able to get out at these highs right here. I wanted to get out at the highs, which I was able to. I got in one tick early, so either way, I got out at a pretty good price. So I didn't want to get out too high, but we do make a new high. So now we have this uptrend break, new high. We push through the overnight lows. We get this little uptrend here. Get a little break, new high. Finally correct down to the EMA. Get this short-term downtrend, break, new low. That pushes us below the EMA, and so I would be afraid of going long because I'd be afraid of going long for a couple reasons. One, the uptrend just played out with a break and a new high, so you're buying up really high, and then you only get this first entry here, and then when you do get the second entry, it's already going back below the EMA. So it's just, since the uptrend just played out, you could reverse lower, and so when it's immediately closing below the EMA after playing out, I don't want to buy, and so we end up going pretty congestive here. There's nothing to take. It's just chopping between up and below and above the EMA. There's nothing to take there. No room anyway. And finally, we start to get a bigger pattern here. After you draw it off these lows right here, it ends up basically holding. I kind of extended it to it and left it off those wicks right there, and then the highs still fit pretty good. And so I didn't take anything here, but I was wanting to take something, but this isn't a very good looking channel. It looks kind of weak. It couldn't reach the highs again up here after coming off there. And then we get the second entry short. It's already closing below the EMA. And also, like, this should be drawn like this off those bodies, and then it'd have a break, which means that it's not even a confirmed channel. So I just didn't think anything was worth going long there with. So in here, I'm actually going to mark this up right here. Let's see, the type, 8 points. There we go. So I just didn't think it was worth taking anything there. We push higher, we get a little bit congestive, we don't quite reach the EMA on that pullback. We push higher, we get to the overnight highs, but we're inside of this uptrend here, so we can't just go short as soon as it touches the overnight highs. So we push lower, we go into this short-term downtrend here. We have a break, first attempt at a new low, second attempt failure, pushes higher, and you can really see it here as like uptrend break, first attempt higher. Now we might get a second attempt higher, and it could succeed or it could fail. And I also see downtrend break, expecting a new low, and then people enter on here. So downtrend break, expecting a new low, then you get that overshoot with the bearish bar. It's not a good looking entry at all, but that's what I'm thinking probably happened there. So this video seemed kind of fast. I'm not sure if I skipped over anything. Maybe I did. This felt like a pretty casual video, but either way. Oh yeah, so with the site, I lowered the price of the site. I cut the price in half. It was 48 a month. Now it's 24 a month. I haven't been able to put in as much work into the site as I was originally thinking I would be able to. So just to be fair, I lowered the price because I'm not getting content out as much on it as I thought I would be. I'm still getting content out, and the forum is pretty active and people are enjoying it. And I'm responding to people whenever I can. I have been a little bit slower to responding to people on it the last couple days, but that should not be a problem anymore. But yeah, so I cut the price in half if anyone's interested. But yeah, that's probably gonna do it for this video, and I'll see y'all next time.